How often do we pause to appreciate the towering structures that comprise the cityscape of New York? The history of architecture in New York is a fascinating journey, marked by innovation, ambition, and an ever-changing skyline. In the early days of New York, the Dutch settlers brought with them their architectural style. This resulted in the construction of the first buildings in the 17th century, characterized by their steeply pitched roofs and wooden construction. The Dutch influence is still visible today in some parts of the city, like the historic buildings in the New Amsterdam area. The 18th century saw the influence of English Georgian architecture, which was characterized by symmetry and classical details. This style dominated New York's landscape and can be seen in the Francis Tavern, one of the city's oldest surviving structures. However, the 19th century brought a major shift in New York architecture. The Industrial Revolution led to the development of cast-iron architecture, giving birth to the iconic Soho cast-iron historic district. This period also marked the beginning of the skyscraper era, with the construction of the Home Insurance Building in 1884, considered the first skyscraper. The early 20th century was a time of rapid progression. The Art Deco style came into play, characterized by its rich colors, bold geometric shapes, and lavish ornamentation. The Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building, both constructed in the early 1930s, are prime examples of this style and remain significant landmarks of New York's skyline. Post-World War II, the international style took over New York's architecture scene. This style emphasized function over form and was marked by its simplicity and use of modern materials like glass and steel. The United Nations headquarters and the Seagram Building are prime examples of the international style. The late 20th and early 21st centuries saw another architectural shift. Architects began to experiment with a variety of styles and materials, leading to the construction of iconic structures like the Guggenheim Museum and the High Line. Today, New York's architecture continues to evolve, with a focus on sustainable and green building practices. Structures like the Bank of America Tower and the One Bryant Park are leading the way in this architectural revolution. In summary, New York's architecture is a reflection of the city's dynamic history. From the wooden buildings of the Dutch settlers to the towering skyscrapers of the 20th century, each architectural style tells a unique story of the city's evolution. As we look towards the future, it's clear that New York will continue to be a city that pushes architectural boundaries, setting trends for the rest of the world to follow.